Hi everybody, welcome to Deb's Way. I'm Deb, and you are here for another hashtag Tea Tuesday. And I'm here again with iced tea, just my regular Gold Peak iced tea. It's another hot day. Yes, hot and humid. It's in the mid-90s. Yes, it is. And iced tea really does do the job. So nice and refreshing on a hot day like this. But, oh, and I'm also having a little treat. Let me show you what I have here. I was out this morning and I stopped and got a few groceries at Publix and came across these mini bundt cakes. They come in a 4-pack. And yes, I had one earlier and I'm having another one with my tea here. They're itty bitty bundt cakes, and this one is a chocolate petite bundt cake. This is how they describe it. It is enrobed and filled with chocolate icing, naturally and artificially flavored. Okay. They're made in, where did I see? They're made by MJ Specialty Baked Foods out of Norcross, Georgia. Well, MJ, you make delicious little bundt cakes, let me tell you. $3.29 for 4 of them. And they're just the right size. It's like maybe what, 2 bites, 4 bites, whatever. I mean, you just pick it up and eat it with your hand, you know. They're that small. I wonder if you can see how it has a creamy chocolate center, chocolate cake with chocolate and vanilla icing on top. They're really good. So that's what I have as a treat to have with my tea. Okay. Now, I hope you're all having a good week out there so far. I know it's just starting out, but still, it was a holiday weekend. Hope you all enjoyed that. We did. We didn't really do too much. Yes, it was very hot and humid down here. So we didn't stray too far from home yet. Also because Ginger was still on the mend. And by the way, you guys, thank you for all your kind thoughts and prayers and that for her well-being, because she is doing much, much, much better right now. She's back to her old bossy self, actually. And I don't know where she went to in here, but she's wandering around the house. She was down for several days. And I kept treating her on my own. We've been through this before with her, so I kind of knew what to do. And I had to actually, with a syringe, force feed her water very slowly. You got to watch that. And also some soft-boiled egg. And I, with my finger, fed her some pumpkin sauce and plain yogurt. And I tell you, for several days, she was just not interested in eating. She would drink a little bit of water on her own, but I made sure that she had plenty of water so she didn't get too dehydrated. And after a few days of being force-fed, she started to eat a few soft foods on her own. Not a lot, not normal, but I gave her until, well, Friday. I decided that if she didn't show that she was totally on the road to mending, by Saturday she was going to go into the vet, because I would think that by that point she would be a little dehydrated and maybe need some medication. Well, hey, by Friday evening, she was back to her normal self. She was just barking commands around the house, you know, like she normally does, and she was fine. She was fine all weekend. Yeah, she's doing good. So thank you for all your kind words and concern. I really do appreciate it. She's our little girl. And yes, when she gets sick like that and goes down and quits eating, especially, she's only 4 pounds. She can totally crash out in no time at all at that point. So we do watch her very carefully, and trust me, if I hadn't been able to get some food down her, and if I didn't know that she was drinking fluids like she would have been gone to the vet way before. You know, I wouldn't have hesitated. No, that's not the issue. It's just that we've been through this so many times before, and I kind of knew what to do to treat her. So I was going to try that first, and it was fine. So anyway, with her back in good health, our household is returning to a more normal routine. Except over the weekend, our refrigerator acted up. And it's not that old either. I don't know what was wrong with it. We got an air code. Yes, it's one of those, what do you call it? Well, it's a high-tech refrigerator, okay? It gives you a data readout on the screen on the front of the refrigerator. And we could not find that error code in the user's manual. So William called the company and told them what the issue was, and he made an appointment for them to come out. But of course they couldn't come out until after the Labor Day holiday. So we were a little concerned. We didn't know what the problem was, but the refrigerator still cooled, the freezer still froze. They seemed to be working fine. The ice dispenser that works off the door, where you get ice and water, that kind of quit working. And then there was an ice maker down below in the freezer. That was okay. That's what we used mainly. Until, what was it, Monday evening? Yeah, it was Monday evening. All of a sudden the error code disappeared totally. Everything seemed to be working just fine. And it was like nothing had gone wrong. Okay, don't know what that was all about. But the repair guy did come earlier this morning. William had to deal with him because I was at my class. And he just told him what all had been going on. The guy took the freezer part of the refrigerator out, and he said it was a fan that was frozen, and he even showed William that over time, for some reason, that fan will freeze up. So he replaced the fan. I don't know. We've had the refrigerator for only about 3 years. It's under warranty for 5 years, so thank goodness we didn't have to pay for the fan. But then William got new filters and something else to put in the refrigerator part. So that was it. No problem. The freezer, the refrigerator works just fine now. So, but boy, that was really a concern over the holiday weekend to have your refrigerator, freezer conk out, that would be horrible. That was going to be horrible to deal with if it hadn't been cooling and freezing yet. So, anyway, today I had my sewing class where I'm making that top I showed you before, and I really enjoy these classes at Sewing Studio. I really do. There are so many different people that take these classes, and I mean, so many nice and different ladies, and there are guys too that take the classes. But it's a socialization for me, okay? As well as I learn a lot, and I sew, I make things. So anyway, this was actually the second class I attended. The first class I had to leave early because Ginger was homesick with William, and William didn't have a car just in case, he might have to run her to the vet or something. So I just stayed for basic directions the first day of the class, and I left early. But I'm still on par with everybody else in class. We're at the same step, and we have 2 more classes to go through now. So, actually, I don't even think we're going to be taking 2 classes. The class lasts for 3 hours each time. So it seems like we got a lot of sewing done today. It just depends. We might make it all the way through next time, the 3rd session, and maybe not even need the 4th. But hey, that's all right. So after I finished at the class, on my way home, I stopped off at Publix, and that's when I did a little quick grocery shopping and bought the little bundt cakes, and brought us home a sandwich for lunch, one of the Boar's Head Subway sandwiches. Yeah, William likes that too. So now I'm just going to kind of take it easy for the rest of the afternoon and see what I want to do later on. I don't feel like going to the sewing room yet today. Okay, that's all right. I really don't feel like doing much of anything, but I do need to take care of some paperwork, which I'll do that now. And other than that, I have a doctor appointment tomorrow, and then I think we might go out for lunch. And then that would be it. The rest of the week, we're on our own to do what we want to do. So who knows? And I've got some sewing to do too. But that's about it for this time around. Not much going on at all. Nothing really exciting happening here. But everything in my household, in my world, has returned to normal. Thank goodness. Hope you're all having a good one out there. You take care, and I'll be talking to you again real soon. But for this time, that is it for this Tea Tuesday. Bye for now.